Welcome in, boys and girls. Marky Mark here, and no, I'm not here to talk about the Tennessee Volunteers laying a massive egg in the college football playoffs. No, I'm here to announce a player for the NAO Fantasy Football League 2024 Pro Bowl. TM. Now, I have a little bit of a history of this player, and I'll describe it to you briefly here. I drafted this player, number 2 overall in a rookie draft, and I immediately put him into my starting lineup. And all he ever did for me was score fantasy points. I mean, he was a great player. Still is a great player. Well, then one day, I decided to get a little too cute. And I thought to myself, I think I can trade this one great player for 2, maybe 3 really good players. And it would give my roster some depth, and it might just be that boost I need to get in the playoffs. This just might be a good idea. So one day, and I remember it like it was 2 years ago, I'm down in Tampa with the Fantastic Four, and over Bloody Marys and hot wings, and I mean really hot wings. Am I right, Sean? Those things were fire. But I digress. Yeah, over Bloody Marys and hot wings, I traded that great player, and I got my really good players, and I set my lineup, and I went on to the football game. And it was a good football game. We got to see Tom Brady have one of his final last-minute drives to win the football game over the Los Angeles Rams. Everything's coming together really well until I decided to open up my sleeper app and see what my scores were. And I immediately had seller's remorse over trading that great player, because my good players didn't do jack shit that day. And the other 3 of the Fantastic Four will tell you that I invented some new curse words that day as I went on about a 30-minute rant about why maybe it wasn't such a great idea to trade away that great player. But I'm not bitter. No, I'm not bitter. Moving on. I will go ahead and announce this great player. So without further ado, I give you in the NAO 2024 Pro Bowl TM, McJammar Chase, wide receiver, Cincinnati Bengals. Now you may be wondering, why is he announcing a player for that team? That wasn't even his team when he was in the NAO. Well, there was one big problem on the team I was on, the NAO, and that is there was another guy on that team that I affectionately referred to as the Pooh Crew. Many of you might remember that Pooh Crew was my nickname for Ian. And Ian, you suck.